Yeah, I just tried to think of that.
Okay, so we just got back from I-29, beater ball and put on a race. Yeah. Something hurts up here, right in this area, right in there. Usually don't see that. Usually this is a bad sign, seeing the main cap bolt like that. So I was trying to clean up my fueling, because sometimes I'll milk the oil when I'm like in cruise, and I guess I touched a spot where when I'm on the trans brake it kind of goes through. So we went up off the trailer for first round of 28 10-5 race, and I did my burnout, and I knew something was wrong because when it was idling down it would like rev up, rev down, rev up in the old Holly mashing buttons. So super nice S10 that we were racing. Yeah, I put it on the trans brake and it just like fell on its face. It just went, oh. And then the light was green and I let go of the trans brake and the car sat there. Didn't move until it finally went, bah, and like woke up. So he was already like gone. So there was no chasing him down. So kind of got into it just to try and get a little bit of data. Went back to the pit and put the fueling back how it was. Decided to make another test pass. The whole point of this weekend was to take pressure off myself and just try and run the car and see where we would lose the tire. So going out first round, I was kind of wasn't happy about it, but it kind of made my plan go into action, because it was the same tune-up that I had for the first round, but now we were like out, so it took all the pressure off. So we went up for a test pass. I still had 12 degrees timing pulled over 1.5 seconds, but I just kind of let it eat. We weren't running any traction control curve kind of thing. I just wanted to see what the car would actually do on its own instead of the traction controls. I don't know. It's a weird thing. You can slow the car down. You can't make the car faster. So in a way, you can make the car faster by not spinning the tire. But if you set it up so that it's just riding the curve, it can't go any faster. So if the car wants to go faster, you're slowing it down. If the car is trying to blow tires off, then yeah, you're going to be faster than spinning the tires. But it's, I don't know, it's kind of weird. So we turned that down just to see like what the car would do on its own, because I haven't had much testing, just kind of letting it go. Except for the very first weekend we were on small tire. I didn't have any traction control on, and I found that on that surface it wanted 12 degrees out to be able to go down. So, but progressively we've been going to different tracks thinking that it's worse surfaces, and we just like keep turning it down. So I'm like 15 degrees out over 2.5 seconds, just thinking that it needs it. I'm running the traction control curve. So when we were in Toronto, I used my buy as a semi test because I was hard against the line thinking that I'm spinning the tire, but the car just wants to go faster and I'm just trying to slow it down too much, so it's pulling a bunch of timing. I'm thinking that it's spinning, it's not. So anyways, that's kind of where we were. So we went back up, we made a lick. It went pretty good. It was our fastest 60 foot. I think that's probably our fastest 330, but lots of places we don't get 330 numbers. So yeah, 3.7 seconds into the run, we threw a rod out the side of the block. So we're gonna have to tear into this thing now, figure out what's going on. I had a brand new set of rods I was hoping to put in over this winter for the maintenance, so this was last race. And I guess that's one too many on those rods, so next set definitely won't be in there that long. So, well yeah, that's where we're at. So pickle down. We're gonna have to tear into it, figure out how much stuff's damaged. The block has a huge hole in it. I don't have block money, so we're gonna be welding this block, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's her. Let's pull this bad boy apart. A lot of garbage in there that's been flying around. This one is like right stiff. This one doesn't move at all. We get the old Stanley in there. Nothing.
This guy for real? This is idiotic.
Oh, it's stuck. So we gotta tear some more down. Get these heads off, and cam's definitely in bad shape. There's a keyway right there that's sheared off. So the cam doesn't turn. Let's snap that off. Haven't pulled these off yet. Everything's loose now. We're gonna look at this together. Cross your fingers for me. I'm looking. Well, this one definitely got hit and it's bent. Well, we're gonna need some new valves, but that's okay. So, with the camshaft shearing off, the keyway for the gear, wherever those valves stopped is where they stayed, which lets the pistons move and smack the valves because the valves can't move out of the way. So, alright, this is the one. Cross your fingers. This is the one. See shit that got hit already. How bad is it? Not that bad. Definitely got bent valves. So, a little bit of a lip there. We'll just have to clean that up. You can see that valve's bent. because you can see the seat. You can see where it's contacted. It's like a hit. As you can see, intake valve, intake valve, intake valve, intake valve. So this piston spun. Got some nicks in the cylinder there. A little beat up here. Well, as you can see, I'm running this thing very rich. But, well, that stamped my, you see those ridges? That's jammed in there pretty good. Try and get this out. That's in there pretty good. Well, I guess next we'll just go underneath and pull some rods, and maybe we'll inspect some of the other rods. Maybe they're starting to crack. Maybe we can figure out how far past I went when I shouldn't have. But yeah, this definitely valve damage, but we could probably ship these out, get some new valves and seats cut. Could probably keep these ones. These ones all got hit. Keep them as spares anyways, for one day down the road when I throw it in and then drop a valve, because I forgot that they're in a catastrophic failure. So we got some stuff draining. This is not a good thing up here. This is usually flat here. That's bent. This is usually not bent. That's not usually bent. If you want to go back and watch the homemade oil pan video, you'll see all this stuff is not bent. And then you get up into this area right here. That's ripped open. So this is usually not bent in this area. That's usually a little more flat, kind of. So, you know, if you keep looking up, this area right here, not usually like that. Something hurts up here, right in this area, right in there. Usually don't see that. Usually this is a bad sign, seeing the main cap bolt like that. You know, just block missing. That rod is busted right up there. The rod broke. You can see all this area is usually aluminum covering that. This fell out already too. I'm assuming that this is part of my block where the sleeve was. So that's no good. So yeah, pull this pan off and see how bad we're looking at. The old block here. Just checking out how the engine was looking before the catastrophe that happened. Yeah. I don't know if you remember this. Shouldn't be here. That's good. That's still good. That one, not so much. That's gonna screw us. So this crankshaft is gonna be done. unfortunately. Got a couple bearings out. Look up there. A little bit of stuff. Something went through it at one point, but they're definitely not wiped. So you can see like some trash. Focus. There you go. So overall, there's the old tune-up. A little bit rich, but we were safe. This one got smacked. So I'm gonna pull the dampener off. We'll try and get that cam out of there, so we could inspect, see if we also need a new cam. Hopefully we could give her a little polish job, but we'll see what happens. And that's our brand new dart and sleeve that we just put in there this year, which was so nice too. Still so nice. This gives us a little bit more of a view of what we're gonna have to do. So I have a chunk that kind of fits here, and I'll weld that up and weld that in. So this stuff's relatively thin. When we get to areas like this, instead of like trying to weld here and here, and then this is just doing nothing, I think I'm just gonna lop that off and just fill this to build it up. So then that's all welded together. Same as in here, I'll probably either grind this out and build all this up. This is gonna get filled because we're gonna re-drill and tap this. This section here, same thing. I'll lop that off. We'll fill this in with welds so it's all solid. We'll re-drill that old pan bolt. A bunch of these are gonna have to get fixed because when it busted, it just got one stuck in there. You have to get that out. And then I have a chunk that fits here, and we'll weld in here. And then this is a rock block, so I don't know, I might have a little hole here and just refill with the block so that there's no air gap in there. Otherwise I was thinking of maybe welding these two pieces together as it goes in, and this would all be solid. But you know, it looks bad, but it is what it is. Aluminum can be welded, so might as well utilize what we got going on. This sleeve, we're gonna have to try and cut this out because it's kind of rolled over, and we'll get that sleeve out. We'll just build this up. That one's fairly easy, slap a new sleeve in. When it broke, it took out this cam bearing, smacked it sideways, so the camshaft's actually bent. So we need a new cam. Taking it out, we scraped all the babbitt off the bearings because it was so bent. So we got some work to do. She will live again though. Unfortunately, we need a new cam, crank, rods, 2 pistons, 2 sleeves. But like I said, if you see this bolt perfectly fine out there. First thought is pulled lost tension or wasn't torqued or whatever, but if you find this piece here, you can see it's cracked, and then there's no threads in there. And then if you pull this back, you can actually see the threads that got pulled out that are wrapped around it. So I never get to do a lot of tear down after failure, see what actually chicken or the egg kind of stuff, but finding this piece right here, I think that kind of tells the tale. So rod broke or cracked, pulled the threads. It's actually a small crack right there too, starting right there. You can see that. Yeah, shitty stuff.